Is blasting news really a way to potentially earn up to $500 per short article you write, as it looks like you can on the website, or is it a waste of time? My name is Michael and I love using different ways to earn online, and many viewers ask me all the time about ways to get paid to write, and I came across this website that really doesn't have high requirements as such, and it looks like you can earn really good money easily right away, even with no experience, and therefore I decided to test it myself. And let me just reveal right away that you can potentially earn, but there are some very, very important details you need to understand. I'll go over all that in this blasting news review. So let's start by going over the basics of what blasting news is. And it is a website with a lot of news articles. You can go to the website and you can see they have a global side there, and they have for specific countries in specific languages. So you can, for example, see the news articles in the UK. They have a lot of different channels and a lot of news. And the news in general there, if you look at some of them, they're quite short stories. So if we just look through there, you see it's quite short, but there's a lot of ads. So like you see there's ads everywhere, and this is how they make money. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how the business model works. But how this specific site works then is that they want just, it seems anyways, as many people as possible to keep just pumping out content, and then they hope some of it will gain traction, and then they will earn from all these ads, and then they will give you some earnings potentially for the work you put in. And there is something that you need to do in addition to just writing to make sure you actually earn, but we'll go over that once I log in. But this is just the basics of how it is. So let's first go over this, how to sign up, because already here there's something very important you need to be aware of. And then I log in and show how you potentially can earn, because there's some extra steps compared to many other ways where you can earn to get paid to write. And also I will later show you a little bit more about my top recommended way if you want to earn by writing online, but a little bit more about that later. For now, let's go over the joining process, because that's very important to understand. So to join, you will need to choose your country, and you can see if you want to get paid to write, then in the corner of the countries where that is available, there is this little link saying write a news story, and then you need to sign up. And you can sign up with a Google account, Facebook, or an email. And then the reason I even want to show this here instead of just saying how to sign up is that if you just, usually when you join a platform where you can earn, you're just like, okay, I read and accept the privacy policy, you know, that's fine. There's nothing really to worry about in many cases. But in this case, I just still looked at it, because if you just click here, you accept all these ones here. See, you even consent to be contacted for commercial communication purposes to receive offers and products, services from not only the company behind here, but also third parties, and to participate in market service through automated calls and answer system and phone calls. And you are actually asked to provide your phone number. And if you just give your phone number and say yes to this, you are actually saying yes to being contacted also by phone, email, messages, instant messages, push notification, or paper mail. All this you say yes to if you do not pay attention. So you have no idea who they're sharing this. They just say third parties, but who are those third parties? Are we talking about like hundreds of different sites or a couple of partners? They don't tell you. So this is one thing you should definitely make sure to not say yes to, in my personal opinion, unless you don't mind getting all kind of promotion and calls and things like that. But anyways, and the thing is, you don't have to say yes to all of them. You might think so and just say yes to all of it. But this one, for example, you know, like for me, that's crazy to say yes to, because you have no idea who they will share it with. And there's a few more also you see here. Also, you say yes to receive newsletters of products and services from third parties. Also, again, who are those third parties? That they're even asking for consent for you to just receive information from third parties without saying who it is. That's just insane for me. And that's many of them like this here. So Some of them you have to accept, some of them you do not have to, and then you just continue. And what I then found is that then the next step, again, when you fill out some more information about yourself, then again you just accept the privacy policy, and there's like 2 boxes. That was how it was when I signed up. And then I could expand it, and when I expanded it, then again I had said yes to receive all this marketing communication, and I could then unclick it, but I had to like open it again. So just be aware of that if you decide to sign up. This is just something very important that I came across when I tried to sign up. But enough about that sign up process. Let's now then go over how you can earn, because that is of course what you need to also consider. But just make sure you don't sign up for all kind of different promotions that you don't want. So then let's log in and see how you can earn. So once you're inside, you can get all kind of like different news stories you can read and all that. But if you want to earn by writing, you can see, then you can do that, and you can see there your earning history and all that. And I will be completely honest with you, I have no intention of writing. I have my own website where I write, and writing for Blasting News is not something I am planning to do for the reasons I will explain a little bit later. But in case you decide it's for you, you need to go here, and then you can type here, or you can choose like a listicle, where it's like a list post or standard news article, and then you continue, and you see then this is one thing that you need to be aware of. They are recommending you to add your Facebook profile or link it, because then it can be shared on your profile, because that is a part of you earning, because you need to be able to send traffic yourself to their news articles. So that's a part of their monetization way, where they earn by getting you and other writers to share this content on your Facebook page, for example, and drive traffic. So they will earn when people watch these ads and clicks these ads. You can also earn from it, but not always, as I'll show later. So personally, I have no intention of sharing my Facebook or linking my Facebook with them. But you see, then they have a little bit more information about what it is, and you basically just need to then go through this and choosing the different categories, and then the title and subtitle, and then under it you need to also upload pictures. You can add a video and things like this. There's a lot to fill out, and then they have this over here like the search engine optimization, which is of course great for for them, because that's something that will help the article to be found. But like if you're new to just writing, this is not necessarily like, this is very basic. That doesn't really necessarily help it to be found or something like that. But it helps you if you have no idea about SEO, like search engine optimization, to get an idea. But what is the problem about this is that if you just like writing and then you have to live up to all these requirements, it's like it takes time. Even though the articles that they are quite short and from what I have seen, not very good quality. So I don't really assume, like I didn't have to send any test to be accepted here. So it seems like you can kind of just join no matter your skills, and then you just need to live up to this. But you see that it's quite a lot of effort. And here also you need to write at least 2,200 characters. It's not that much. It's characters. It's not words. So that's important to understand. But still, it does take effort. It does take work. This is what you need to do, and then you need to send it for approval, so you don't even know the work you put in if they will approve it. But if they do approve it, then the next step is you need to start sending traffic. So let's go over that. What are the requirements to earn, and how much can you potentially earn? So if you look in their guides, they have these PDF guides, and they can be a little bit different depending on the country you're in. But what you need to be aware of is that your news piece needs to achieve a certain number of unique readers within 30 days after publication. And you need to be able to drive most of that traffic yourself, and you need to reach at least 150 views for an article to get a reward. So if you write an article that doesn't get 150 views, you do not get anything at all for your effort. And what I do not like, well, there are many things I don't like about Blasting News, but more about that later. But about this specific here is that when it comes to search engine optimization, I have a website I've had for years, and I know quite a bit about writing articles, and write like a lot of articles myself. But that is that for it to actually really start getting traffic organically, it usually can take more than 30 days, and they only pay you for the views you get within the 31st days. But if you are good at writing, these articles can drive traffic to their website for months or even for years, and you do not get anything out of them. They take all those earnings. They only pay you for the 31st days where there is not a lot of organic traffic, and the only traffic that will probably come is what you send yourself because you need to share it on your social media. And that's just, it's a little bit crazy. Like if you think a little bit more long term, so you can monetize and get the earnings long term also, you need to use other options. I'll talk a little bit about an option for that later. But let's talk about the overall earning potential also. This is just some of the requirements to earn you need to understand. So on the website, they have this calculator. Exactly what it says depends on the country. You can see, for example, in the UK it says you can earn up to £200 per article. In the US it says earn up to $500 per article, and then they have a calculator. What's a little bit strange, if I just jump back to the guide that I have here, you see in the guide it says you can earn up to $150 per article. So already here you can see there's a lot of inconsistencies that doesn't make sense and things like that. So here anyways, let's see the so-called calculator. So let's say you write a food article and then you send 150 views from social. But remember this here, that's what's important. Like what you can earn, yeah, it depends on the country you live in, but also the countries that your traffic comes in. And you can't like buy spam traffic or anything like that. They have strict guidelines about that. If you try to send fake traffic, you do not get paid, you get banned and things like that. But see, if I send 150 views from these countries, I would earn $1.50, not even $1.50. And 150 views, it's quite a lot to get from social if you just a regular person with a regular Facebook page, and few people will actually click it unless it's really, really interesting. And this whole thing about getting it to go viral, yeah, it can happen, but it doesn't happen very often. And let's say even if you were like super lucky and get 1,000 views there, you see, you don't even earn $10 from that, and that is like not really that likely if you're completely new to this. And let's say then the traffic is not from these countries but from other countries. If you get 1,000 views, for example, from other countries, you would earn 10 cents. It's like, sorry, but it's kind of almost like funny, unless like, of course it's not funny if you actually waste your time doing this. But anyways, this is just like, they make good money, but you only earn if you send a lot of traffic, but you only earn for the 31st day. So even if it goes viral eventually, then maybe it gets like 10,000 views the second month, but you don't get any of it. So, that's just something to be aware of. So for these reasons, it's just really not worth it. If you want to earn by writing, there are definitely better options. And let me talk a little bit about what I would recommend for that if you're serious about actually wanting to potentially earn this like $500 per article or full-time income online and things like that. So I have made money online for years, and I am making a living online myself, and I have a website where I have a lot of articles. So I know a lot about what it requires to build a real online business, and I have created a guide. I will leave a link below to this page I'm on now where you can sign up and get more information, but this is only if you are serious. This is where you will get more information about some training where you can learn to build a real online business, where you learn to build a real website yourself with optimize the articles, get the traffic there. And what is great about that compared to something like Blasting News is that, yeah, you won't start earning right away because it takes time to build up. But if you're willing to consistently put in a lot of effort to build a real business, then the articles you write now, they can bring in traffic and money for years to come. So that is what I would recommend instead of wasting time on something like Blasting News, which has a terrible way of giving you a salary and paying you. But what I'm recommending here is only if you're really serious, really willing to put in a lot of effort, also willing to pay a little bit for training to learn to do this. You will get all the support, all that you need. This is not my personal training. I have gone through this training myself, and if you sign up below, I will also share more information about it, my perspectives on it, gives you tips and tricks, show you bonuses, all this. But this is only if you are serious. If you are just looking for some easy cash here and now, then you should not look into earn by writing anyways, because that does require quite a bit of patience to build it up, no matter how you do it. But this is just my top recommended way because it just gives the best long-term potential. So to sum it all up, blasting news, in my personal opinion, is really not worth it as a way to earn by writing, because the way they pay you, it's just really not big chances of you to earn, and especially not compared to the effort you have to put in, and also because the earnings in general are just very low. You only get for the first 30 days, all that. They are just getting you to do all the hard work to drive traffic to their site, give you a tiny bit of it, and then whatever you write can help them earn for months and potentially years to come. And that's just really not worth it if you want to earn by writing. I told you a little bit about what I recommend. I will leave a link below there. If you instead are not interested in earning by writing because you're not really interested in putting in the effort, I also have a lot of videos about other ways where you can just start doing small tasks right away and get paid right away. That will not earn you as much. It doesn't have the same long-term potential, but that is where you can start earning a little bit extra at right away. So if that's what you're going for, then I also have options for that. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time there's a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.